What's up, Core Coaching Academy? Here I am. We're back live together. I'm just coming on here winging this because I'm not much for schedules. But today I have something really important I want to talk about. And we're going to start calling these Tuesday Talks with Kevin. Real, raw, relevant, coming straight out to you because I want to give it to you straight. Today's topic, we're going to talk about why it's challenging to make money online. And this is obviously a very up and personal topic for most of us, because with COVID and because of online marketers and all of these different things, we think that online marketing is easy. And I want to be real. I did a webinar last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember how long it's been. And I really broke this down. I really talked about the reality of what it's like to run, number one, a business, and number two, an online business. And my message that I really want to get across here today is there's no easy fix. There's no overnight success. There's no super simple strategy, and especially when it comes to online marketing. And I think a lot of people are struggling to think that they can create all these super simple processes and super simple programs and super simple coaching programs and all of this stuff online, and it's just going to make them $1 million. I'm here to tell you it's not going to happen. Okay. And I know that's a very bold statement. And I know that because I've been running businesses for 15 years. I've worked everything in corporate all the way down to running my own clinics. And I can be bold about this because I have experience with it. And I think one of the challenges that I think we're all facing is that we think we can just jump online and that someone's going to show us the way that's going to just be completely easy. In my webinar, I talked about the reality of what it costs to actually invest online. And I talked about the spending ratio that we can consider on average being successful. So I talked about the 1-to-3 ratio. The 1-to-3 ratio means if I spend $1,000 online marketing, I hope to get $3,000 return. So I broke that down even further, and I discussed that if I invest $1,000 and I get $3,000, how many clients will I get for that price? And how will I actually get that ratio successfully, right? So with online marketing, you have to realize that if you want to make $1 million or, a year or whatever that number might be for you, you have to just really do some really quick math. You have to really look at how much do my programs cost? How many people do I need to get into the door? How much do I need to spend in advertising? And how much do I need to spend to have somebody help me do that, right? Because I've worked with people in the online space and have had help. And when we look at what it costs to hire somebody, you're going to pay anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a month to have somebody help you. Your advertising budget, I had a guy tell me he wouldn't work with me unless I paid $20,000 a month, right? So if you want to pay $20,000 per month, we can start making that kind of money, right? What kind of budget do you have? And I think what's happening is a lot of people are talking about like, yeah, we'll build these websites. Yeah, we'll build these, landing pages. Yeah, we'll build these funnels. Yeah, we'll build all this stuff. But they don't realize that the algorithms and everything online change every single day and week and month. So I've tried it. I've been there. I've done it, right? And that's just one piece of our business that we're trying to manage is this online marketing piece. But we still have sales and marketing. We still have to talk to people. We still have to build our programs. We still have to make sure that we can create a world-class program so people feel supported. So we just have to look at all of this stuff. And if you're struggling online, I understand, right? And there's other ways to do it. And I think that we have to just start wrapping our head around what are we willing to spend our time doing, both investment wise or me getting out there and actually networking, building, cold calling, doing all of those things. So my main message today and my main reason for coming on here is that I want to share the reality of building a business. And again, everybody says, well, just raise your fees, start a group coaching program, do all of these things. That's all great, right? But raising your fees is certainly not going to make you more money if you don't know how to sell a high ticket offer, right? So someone says like, yeah, I just raised my fees to 7,500 or 10,000 and now all of a sudden I'm making more money. Well, no, you're not, right? Because the sale becomes harder. In order to sell something, I mean, think about it. Are you going to be easily sold on a $7,500 product? Are you going to easily say yes to somebody who says, I have a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 product? No. So when we really think about it, we have to get clear about how we're running our business, running our products, and doing all this stuff, because I've run everything from a 7,000 square foot facility with 700 members and 15 employees, and everything that took to build that, right? I got burned out at the end of that, right? Because the reality was that the memberships only yielded me so much profit, and the time to manage it and my ROI for all of the investments that I had to make with employees and everything else included in that. We need to think about our online business the same exact way. And if you're going to invest $100, well, you're not going to get that big of a ROI, right? And if you're not comfortable getting out and doing sales and marketing and talking to people, you're going to have a really hard time closing your deals. And when you think about online marketing, and if we think that we're going to invest, let's say $10,000 or $5,000 or $3,000 or whatever, we still have to close those deals. We still have to talk to those people. And then after we close those deals, then we have to get them into our programs, and then we have to do the client fulfillment part. You see, this is why people are struggling inside their business, because they're not looking at it realistically. And a lot of these companies and a lot of these programs out there talk about how you can make money and how you can get all these leads and how you can do all of this stuff, which I think is great. How much you're going to invest, how much time, right? Because it's going to take trial and error. Every company that you hire, it's going to take 3, 4, 5 months to get used to. I've been there. I've been in business for 15 years. I've done so much. My dad's been in business for 50 years. I've seen so much. And I must make a very bold statement. You can make more money offline than online with less investment when you learn the skills of networking, communication, and really knowing your customer, and you know your vision and your mission. Because when you're excited, and this is the thing I see a lot with people, they're building their businesses. They're not really clear on what they're doing. And let me tell you my client journey, right? So I've been doing all of my business pretty much in person for the last 10 years. And then I started switching to online. I started switching into health and wellness. And I'm a movement specialist. I'm a pain management specialist. I'm a Tai Chi practitioner. So all of my previous experience has been helping with hands-on, and this has been all of my experience. I moved online and I started to move the online health and wellness and nutrition and all this stuff. And I realized it was so challenging for me, right? Because I was so used to being in front of people. So we have to think about this as well, right? How are we going to actually get people results? So we talk about money. We must also talk about the program, and we must also talk about the results, right? A lot of people are afraid of the real ins and outs of running a business. Most people I talk to are afraid of sales. Most people I talk to have a hard time with being able to handle conflict within their business. People hate when there's conflict, right? And these are all things that we need to think about. Today is about getting real. Today is about really looking at your business and what you're doing and looking at why you might be struggling, because everybody wants the big strategy. Everybody wants clients. Everybody, I get that. You're not going to find it online easily, period. And that's bold and that's strong. And I can say it with absolute confidence that unless you're willing to invest a lot of money on the online space, you're not going to make a lot of money, period. Prove me wrong. I've been here long enough. Okay. And again, I know this is a very bold statement, and that's okay. All right. Because there's other ways to make money. And we have to also remember that once we get online, we still have to be able to handle the whole process. Right. I have like 4 different marketing strategies going on in the background. I have people who help me market. I have to do so much of the marketing myself through emailing and calling and talking to people and sales and marketing. That's just one piece. I still have to show up and run my programs. I still have to show up and serve the people that I work with. If you're struggling in your business, I would love to have an opportunity to just chat with you and get real with you and look at what you're doing. Because like I said, the online space is very challenging. I have tried so many different things with building websites and landing pages and funnels and advertising with funnels and all this stuff. And I've done pretty good actually. But again, let's do some math. The what's considered good in the online space is about $5 a lead, right? And if you do webinars and you do these other things that you pay for, you're going to probably get upwards to, $10 to $15 per lead. So you have to ask yourself, are you willing to first spend that kind of money, right? So let's say you get 100 people, right? Do the math. And then out of those people, how many of them are you going to sell? How much time are we spending behind the scenes before we ever even show up to do the job? This is just what I want everybody to think about. I want everybody to get real about their business. Today, it's about getting real about where you are in your business. If you're struggling, there's an easier way. If you're struggling, it could be a confidence thing. If you're struggling, it could be a sales and marketing thing. If you're struggling, you may not have your programs together yet. All of that's fine. But you do really need to get clear. You really need to set up a marketing budget, a sales budget, a hiring budget for people who can support you. I'm a company of about 2 or 3 people, and I'm going to be working on hiring more people this year as this grows, as the new marketing method that I've just created grows, because I cannot do it all myself. And you can't do it all of yourself. Doesn't matter if you're online or brick and mortar, there's just so much time in the day. As I was building this, I'm working 7 days per week. Are you committed to working 7 days per week? Is there an easier way? I certainly haven't found it yet. And everyone wants you to believe that there's an easier way and an easier system for getting your business up and running. There's not. Okay. Point blank, bold statement. Tuesday talks. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be giving so much information, and you're going to start seeing a training schedule that I'm going to be putting out. And I'm just going to start talking about building programs. I'm going to talk about group coaching programs. I'm going to talk about sales and marketing, all of these things that are really important, because until we get those dialed in, until we look at our systems, until we look at how we're actually running our business, forget about growth, forget about making millions. You'll be lucky to make $10,000 per month. Everyone says like, I'll make you $10,000 per month. No problem. Okay. All right. I think it's possible. It's totally doable. Absolutely. It's totally, absolutely doable. But there's also what's called realistic expectations for your value and what you offer. Okay. It's enough for today. I just look out. I'm going to be sharing a lot. I'm going to put the link below. If you didn't get a chance to watch my full webinar, free webinar, it's just going much more in detail about my business journey, much more in detail about the things that you really need to pay attention to in business so that you're not making the same mistakes that I did. Because at the end of the road, it's not just about money, it's about burnout and the amount of output you have to get in order to make the kind of money that you want to. Okay. I'm going to drop the links. Go ahead and watch it. It's a free webinar. It's an opportunity for you to get some real perspective without all the fluff. I'm not going to sit here and sell you anything. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all of these, testimonials. I'm not going through any of that. I'm just giving you the information. You need to just hear it and apply it or not, and that's okay. I'm just going to share because I think it's really important that we get the real reality of what's going on in the business world. Because again, I gave all of my power and my experience and everything that I knew away to other people who actually weren't really running businesses better than me, right? Online is not the only way. And there is a whole nother world of opportunity that's right in front of us, right in our communities, right with the people that we already know. And if we think that we're just going to jump online and, everyone from across the world is going to start listening to us when we can't even get the people in our own town to listen to us, you see, like there's just a lot of these things that we really need to consider. So I broke it down. It's a great webinar. Check it out. No fluff, no BS. Just like you're going to get me in this group from now on. No fluff, no BS. I'm just going to come out and tell it to you straight. So thank you for everybody that's here. Check out the webinar. Shoot me a message. I'll put my Calendly link in the link below. If you want to just chat about where you are in your business and you want some outside perspective and you're ready to hear it straight and you're not afraid to hear what I might have to say, let's have a chat. And I can promise you, you can build your business. I promise you that you can make the kind of money that you want to, but I also want you to be realistic about it. Okay. All right, you guys, super stoked. Hope everyone's having a great day. This was Tuesday Talks with Kevin Pedri. Tuesday Talks with Kevin Pedri. That sounds good. Anyway, have a great day, you guys.